arriving crowd, but we've got football nonetheless tonight from rainy Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks, and here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early 2nd and long they're facing. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 13, Mike 13. He's coming, he's coming. Check in. Tighten up. Pull together. Mike 13, Mike 13. Here we go. Here we go. There we go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 42. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. 3rd and long. It's Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Three down. Slam. Blue draw forces. Hey, switch gears.
Throwing to start the drive. Stallings over the middle. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Niners' 45-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Yeah. You got motion man right there. Check.
2nd and 6. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Fisher. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 44 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Go team, spill. Wide, get wide. Check. Fresno. Greystone, travel.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
2nd and 2. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game. but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
On first down, it's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jenkins. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And the 49ers first down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Out of the gun, Watson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Watch out.
They'll try to run this one in. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
I smell fear in that offense. Check 24. Check 24.
Back to throw. Stallings. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. A huge play that time for the Rams. 58 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3. Hey, Zoo.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
Hey, Orbit. Watch Mike. Ready.
Looking to throw. Stallings. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
Hey, Delta.
At the 4-yard line.
5.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Who's that? 218. 52 right here. 52. You gonna see me in your nightmare, son.
Right back to him on 1st down.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Watson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Don't get nervous. Kill. 24. Mike 51.
Now Watson throwing on 3rd and long. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jenkins. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 33.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. The throw over the middle taken in, and he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
And the 49er 1st down.
Watson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Watson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. There we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. There we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Here we go. Here we go.
To throw is Watson. Throwing on 3rd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
X3, 218, chopper.
On 1st down, Stallings is going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, LA! Brandon Cooks, 77 yards. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. This one taken from the 7. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now it's Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, San Francisco.
Now a first down throw, Watson. It's caught at the 10. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Watson now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. To the air yet again. Watson. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a single score. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 49, check 49, check 49. General West. Mike 51, Mike 51. Ready.
The final shot before break. Stallings. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
We play to win. Let's go.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now it's Gurley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
60 or. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Now.
Throwing on 1st down. Stallings. He hits his target. Left side, Watson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
From the gun, Stallings. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Ready, set. 52. Come on. Come on, D. Shit, shit. Shit. 6-6. Pull it high.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He gets it to Cooks. A gain of 6 there on first.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Yep. Ready.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Hard. Watch the shot.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stallings. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
51 the mic, boy, 51.
After the interception, here's Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Jenkins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On 1st down, Watson completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Watson on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Jenkins. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Set.
From the red zone now, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. off here to his running back. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fisher. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd. Waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready to break. 34 is the mark. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Rush in. Rush in.
Back to throw. Stallings. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Let's go.
To throw on second down. Stallings. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads. And he is going to go down for the 5th time tonight, and this one is going to be a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah.
Oh, Cohen lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Watson operating from the gun. Open man is QT, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Where's the set? It's 18. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. To the car. Line up, line up. Line up.
From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, good. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 20. 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, LA. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the 50, it's Watson. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Reset. 19. Get that quarterback.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again is Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jenkins. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field.
And that's caught inside the 35. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's Watson throwing on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. In for the score. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
132 fighter. Under 10. 10. Get it.
They run. It's Gurley. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber.
Throw left side complete. That's Watson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go. 10 Lobo. 52. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Check 99. Check 99. X3. 218. Chopper. 52 right here. 52. Oh, here we go. Oh. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Big trip. Big trip.
Looking to throw. Stallings. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now Watson on 1st and 10. Now a desperate. That's caught at the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. On 1st and 10, Watson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. Here's Watson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Extra point splits the uprights. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And the Rams have got him. And that should just about seal this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Go, go, go. Ready, ready.
The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee.
Let's go now. 50, plant. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, Pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for L.A., the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Niners, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.